The FINA Women's Junior World Championships wrap in Portugal, plus the start of the men's college water polo season has seen all kinds of upsets, all coming up next on a brand new counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us. We start things off first with the hottest team in men's college water polo, the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. They are undefeated to start things off here in 2019. They beat Cal last weekend, and then things got bigger this past weekend. Out to Laverne we go, the Los Flores pool, as the Gauchos taking on number 1 USC. They hadn't beaten the Trojans since 1990. 55 straight matches. That changed this past weekend. Early on, Jacob Halley makes it 4-1 as the Gauchos are on fire early. Marin Dosic bringing USC back to make it a one-goal game, 5-4 after 1. 7-6 at halftime. Third quarter we go now. Cole Brosnan, he was a boss in this one. 5 goals, this is one of them. 9-6 Gauchos in front. Mason McKay makes it 10-6. More Brosnan. Cole with his 5th to make it 11-7. Fourth quarter we go now. Jake Earhart trying to bring USC back with 4:45 left. 12-8, but they'd get no closer. McKay puts the capper on this one with 6 seconds left, making it 13-9, and the Gauchos do it again. They defeat USC 13-9. All the guys on this team weren't even born the last time the Gauchos beat USC. A huge victory here as they move to 9-0 on the year. More upsets. Now we go Northern California. UC Davis visiting Cal. This one was a thriller. It looks as if Cal has this one in control late in regulation, and then the Aggies battle back. Keenan Anderson stealing the ball here, gives to Max Sample. He scores to make it 12-11. Then final moments of regulation. Jack Stafford's going to interrupt this pass that leads to the steal and the goal by, yes, Max Sample again. We're tied at 12. Now we go into overtime. George Quasis makes it 14-13. Now the hype is building for Davis. I'll let the cameraman take it the rest of the way.
Ball at 5. Back to Holden. Shot! Goal! Yeah! Holden! Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Down line. Keenan. Yeah, baby! Yeah! Yeah, baby!
What a finish for UC Davis. They win it 16-13 in overtime. An epic victory and just 2 of the big wins this past weekend as some of the top teams in the country found themselves on the losing end in upset efforts. And now we go East Coast for another exciting finish. Friday night, Princeton Invitational, UC San Diego taking on the home team Tigers. Matches don't get much crazier than this. End of regulation, Triton's up 2. It appears as if they have this one put to bed. Princeton scores 1. Here's the second goal. It comes on a penalty shot after head coach Denny Harper was called for an illegal timeout. He said he didn't call it. He was given a red card, sent off. Keller Maloney connects on the penalty shot try here. That sends us into overtime. Again, Triton's up 2. It looks as if they have this one put away. Princeton scores. They cut it down to 1. Then Jack Turner controlling. All he's got to do is just lob this ball away, run the clock out. It's turned over. It goes back to Princeton. Here comes a quickly developing counterattack. Now they push it ahead to the freshman Johan Coloma, but Turner, redemption, getting fingertips on that one on the bar out. And the Tritons hang on to win it in a thriller in overtime. And that sends us into our Cap 7 college scoreboard as we document the rest of a wild weekend. After the Tritons beat the Tigers, then they lose to Harvard 12-11. Cal, a tough weekend for the Bears. They fall to Pacific as well, 14-12. UCLA, just 5 goals better than San Jose State, 15-10. And Pepperdine over Loyola Marymount, 15-11. Water polo on TV and on the internet this weekend. More from Princeton. Streaming action on ESPN+. Princeton will take on Wagner and Navy. You can watch live there on ESPN+. Subscription is required. And then into Pennsylvania, Lewisburg, PA, the home of the Bucknell Invitational. Bison are off to a good start as well this year. A host of matches available on the Patriot League Network and Watch Stadium. Visit bucknellbison.com for more. Now we go to Portugal, women's junior national team. And we told you last week Team USA was off to a good start in group play. They defeat Australia 9-8 to win their group, but then would start to struggle in some very close matches. They fall to Italy in the quarterfinals, 9-8, a game that could have gone either way. That sent them off into the 5th through 8th place semifinal. Team USA bounces back. Strong effort here. They defeat China 16-10. Bailey Weber leading the charge. We caught up with her afterwards.
I'm really happy our team came together and overcame the difficulties we had yesterday. I think this is a great stepping stone for tomorrow's match. I think as a team we're going to finish off really strong, and I really am excited to play with this team one more time and come off happy, and whether we win or lose in the tournament, with giving it all our hearts.
And then that leads to the 5th place match against Spain, where Team USA would come up just short, losing by a goal, 10-9. They take 6th place. Strong efforts from Ryan Neuschel, 18 goals throughout the tournament to lead Team USA. Jewel Romer would add 15. Georgia Phillips doing the bulk of the work in cage, tallying over 40 saves. And now on to upcoming events. The Rocktober PCA 12 and Under Classic will be here in just a few weeks, October 18th through the 20th at the Keno Aquatic Center. The folks in Mesa, Arizona always put on a good show. We're excited to head back there as the field continues to grow for this excellent event. We'll be on site sharing content on social media, also highlights of all the championship matches, so make sure you stay tuned in to @USAWP on social media and the Counterattack as well. And then our annual USA Water Polo Golf Tournament. Speaking of events that only seem to get bigger year in and year out as the support grows for the USA Water Polo national teams and other USA Water Polo initiatives. The Northern California tournament returns to the Orinda Country Club on October 7th, and then a week later, we're in SoCal at the Aliso Viejo Golf Club on October 14th. Also coming to the SoCal event, our first helicopter golf ball drop. It's going to be very cool. You don't need to be present to win. Learn more about both tournaments, how to get involved in the golf ball drop, all at usawaterpolo.org. And now on to our social media send-off, brought to you by our friends at Cobian. And we start things off, as we do every week, with our winner of a free pair of Cobian sandals. Remember, you can win just by commenting on a USA Water Polo Instagram post. And the winner this week, at Blah Yessie, commenting on Ashley Johnson's post. And Blah, you're a winner. Congrats for joining us in the comments. Now on to the rest of the social media send-off. Maggie Steffens and the USA Women's National Team, they're world champions in water polo and in relaxation. The float game is strong. The squad hanging out in Southern California before they get back to training this week. And this woman's water polo nail game is on point. Check out this post via Instagram. We told you about UC Davis's big win. Check out the photo here, the vertical from Coach Dan Layson, getting up with excitement. That via Catherine Hain and Coach Holm on Twitter. And from there, we stay in California. Pro Reco, considered the New York Yankees of water polo, based off of all the titles they've won, as much as we hate to give the Yankees props here on the Counterattack. Pro Reco, they visited California for a week of exhibitions. They took on Stanford and Cal, UCLA, and the Olympic Club, among others. Photos here via Catherine Hain. They also spent time with the La Morinda Water Polo Club. So a great opportunity to see some of the top players in international water polo coming together with the Pro Reco Club, and a great learning experience for all those college and club teams that got to take on this high-level water polo squad. And last but not least, Natalie Benson sharing a photo of some of the best women's water polo coaches in the United States, all meeting up at the Junior Worlds in Portugal. And that's the best of water polo on the internet this week. Thanks for all your submissions. Keep them coming. Tag us at USAWP. We'll share what you're sharing. That's all for this week's show. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget, when you're on the Counterattack, look weak side.